very likely that you heard about the news what happened in Israel last Saturday, was in the news, Tel Aviv. Hundreds of Eritrean government supporters and opponents clashed with each other and with Israeli police Saturday, leaving dozens injured in one of the most violent street confrontation among African asylum seekers and migrants in Tel Aviv in recent memory. It was about 170 wounded. Among those there were 30 police officers and 3 protesters hit by police fire. Okay, you can read a lot about it in the news all over. And this is what the coalition really members said about it. So coalition members attacked the judges of the High Court and blamed them for the difficult events in Tel Aviv. The judges of the High Court endanger the existence of the State of Israel as the nation-state of the Jewish people, wrote member Knesset Boaz Disrot of the Likud. They were done against the law and with the abject short-sightedness of the High Court judges. Today we stress that against how it blows up in our faces. Very known story that the Supreme Court allowed migration of those people, But this is really very, very serious problem in Israel. You can read a lot about it. I didn't bring it, but amazing Bible code which clearly shows this situation. The Supreme Court destroys and endangers the existence of Israel. And this is what you see here in black, once in the Torah, Bagas, OS, the Bagas destroying Israel. And definitely this is the left, and Meretz, very famous, these people belong to them. And all this is against Judaism also, what the Haredim said. Against the Torah, we know all their solutions. Verdicts are against religious, against Sabbath, and unfortunately, this situation, and this because they are small people. We have to do with the Samael. This is the angel. About 2 musicians, is an angel of Amalek who want to blind God. He doesn't want the Torah to rule, only democracy. So this is what we see today, and this is amazing situation, frightening. Even more you can see that Ishmael, definitely the Supreme Court likes very much the Ishmael, and always are for them. And this is kind of terror welcome. You have here also Sonei, the haters, the Supreme Court Sonei Yadut, Judaism, and it's part of Gog and Magog, because it's written the second chapter of Tehillim, is written that Gog will be people who are against the Sabbath, against Tefillin, against commandments. The second chapter of Tehillim, Gog, we have now. So what will be there? No doubt that this, I don't say, but many say that in case of war in Israel with Hezbollah, with Iran, so those Eritrean will join they enjoy them, especially if they give them money, because you see, they don't like so much the Israelis, the Jews. So this is a terrible danger, all this, which Bagas, the Supreme, allowed to come to Israel, all these stranger Russians which are not Jewish and so on, very much will join the enemies of Israel with the end of Israel. So exactly this is what the Torah says. The Supreme Court, Bagas, destroy Israel. The leftists, that's exactly Amalekite, because we say the Jews also can be Amalek, Arab or mixed multitude. So these troubles very likely, like the Talmud said, Tractate Sanhedrin says, if Jews would not do repentance willingly, so God will appoint very cruel leader who will threaten to destroy them, like today Amanai, and then Jews will have to return. And this is what is written, that Vashavot Avacha, that the Jews really will think about what is going on, yeah, and in the end, Veshavta ad Hashem Elokecha, and then they will return to God, and then they will Messiah, because the Messiah can come only this. But very likely this will be the situation, because what is going on, especially now they are very much worried Israel that will be a war in the north, and Iran supporting it, because all the time Iran pushes to do it, especially now the situation in Israel, there's inside Israel fighting one with the other, and pilots say you will not fly, and so on, will not be put to the army, frightening. So the Iran very likely will take the opportunity to attack Israel. So this is unfortunately situation, very significant, once in the Torah, Supreme Court Bagas destroy Israel, and this is exactly what the coalition people said, they said, and they were right. Look what they say, exactly this is what the table shows, It says the judge of the High Court, Supreme Court, endangers the existence of the state of Israel as the nation state of the Jewish people. What this motto, very famous, he was the editor of the Likos. They were done against the law and with the object short-sightedness. When we did not see this, they thought that, you see, their intention was they want to bring into Israel as much as again stranger, not Jewish, Russians and so on, Eritreans and others, infiltrators, because they wanted the Israel to be all-nation country, not Jewish, frightening, the end of Israel. So this is what the leftists want to do, and you see the situation in Tel Aviv, it was a pogrom, those people broke cars and they broke shops and frightening, really terrible thing, never was such a thing in Israel. You can see much more in the paper what was going on Sabbath. So this is the table, clearly shows that this is the truth. The Torah is a blueprint of creation. Everything is there, and this is a message which are told here. So let us hope that really Jews will realize that only keeping the Torah, Shabbos, and so on will keep Jewish state. As a very secular leader said, he said, more than the Jews kept the Shabbos kept them. They only keeping a tradition, only keeping Shabbos is what kept Jews up till today. While many other nations disappear from the stage of history. Okay, so interesting and significant table, and a serious one, really, for our time.